Do you have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make someone into the ruler of the world? No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for, something that no one has ever looked for. It'll be in the Gremlins book. If only I had it already. Why is that scarecrow not scaring you? Yes, certainly. And how? Normally you're the first to take flight. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief. A tatty-wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it. A scarecrow that doesn't even scare Cheep Cheep is clearly of no use whatsoever. There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone. I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns. An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards. An upturned flower pot made of clay. A pile of logs. There is no way that MacGuffin will get through the winter with such a small amount, not even autumn. 3 should be enough. I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the side. I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain in the flour then comes. The groundwater is only a few metres down in this region. Presumably the well isn't very deep. That was suspiciously easy. The rope has broken and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone. That should hold. Let's give it a whirl. It worked. This means that I have a gremlin watering can full of water. There's a stone under it. That could be a firestone. That's coming with me. Presumably the professor wanted to prevent the stone getting wet. Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up. A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished. A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants. Typical bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered with a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Ugh, yuck. Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange. Not quite as good as a real mirror, but I can see my reflection. Looking good, as usual. Looks like the base for a statue. It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters. A stone casket placed in a wooden box. The box looks very cheap. It could be one of those storage containers. The stone chest is decorated with 2 angels and has writing on it too. I can't read it. What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me, or has it just got much warmer in here? The chest is filled to the brim with fine sand. I haven't got a clue what else might be in there. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my hand. A large handwritten book. It looks like it's been used a lot. It's the gremlin's diary. Perhaps I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness? And I didn't find the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery mountains. Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artefact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it. What's this at the beginning of this page? Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool socks. I was just about to burn the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by a fairy explorer. The travel log described how the explorer landed on an island in the West Seas whilst searching for undiscovered fairy tribes. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that can be found on that island. I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes he drew. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. The gremlin appears to have been very excited. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he left. Good old Beetle, he has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is. I have sent him to Master Alistair, the Archmage of the Humans. He is to hand him a sealed letter. Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep a wink. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing else there. There's nothing more there of interest to me. Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western, Quenya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul. A little wooden box. Doesn't look like an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship though. It's locked. Books, books and more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about every language. It's locked. A strange stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has a few fine embellishments. A dragon's skull. It could have been a horntail, nasty creatures, but there are very few around these days. The last of them are now working almost exclusively as beasts of burden. They've not just lost their viciousness, they've lost their pride too. I think these are all the things that the professor uses on his digs. A brush, a little shovel, a sieve. I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless. There is something in there. A little brass key. Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box. The paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading. There's also a drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid. Let's take a look. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah blah. Pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Oh, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange. A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house. Looks like a very ancient sarcophagus. Oh, strange. There are hinges on it, just like a door. Shame. Just a stinky mummy. What have we here?
What are you doing, Mortimer?
What the... Did you just speak? You speak?
Me? No.
Well, yes you do, quite obviously.
What is obvious?
That you can and do speak.
But of course.
But you just said that you didn't.
Why are you being so strange, Mortimer?
I'm not Mortimer.
Where is Mortimer?
You mean MacGuffin, the gremlin archaeologist who lives here, yes?
What?
Mortimer.
Yes?
You're called Mortimer?
No, of course not.
I think we're finished with this conversation.
I think you are slowly losing your marbles, Mortimer.
Presumably the sarcophagus lacks oxygen. The back of the fireplace. When MacGuffin wanted to heat his food up, he just needed to put it into one of those little stoves. The watering can with the cold well water is hanging on the metal arm. It'd be better to light the fire first, then the watering can isn't going to be in the way. Once they get going, they'll burn for a few hours. They'll burn well, they're dry as bone. I'll give it a go. What? Let's see. The water's boiling. A watering can full of hot water. Better not. I haven't got any news and he'll only start reproaching me again. A daring structure. And just like the whole house, pretty wonky. Doesn't look as if it'll last long. Must be that.
So good to see you, Mortimer. A very strange person was just here insisting that they were you.
That was me.
You, Mortimer? Why did you pretend to be you?
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Have you done something to your hair? You look so different.
Are you seriously mistaking me for a metre-high, wrinkly, bald old gremlin?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Mortimer. Look at me. I've seen better days, too.
I am not Mortimer. Mortimer sent me. I'm looking for a secret cellar. Can you tell me how I can get into the cellar?
Into the cellar? Of course.
And where is the cellar?
What cellar do you mean?
What?
What? You have grown, Mortimer.
Yes, yes. Oh, how we laugh. Well, that's just great.
Hello, Mortimer.
Yes, now listen, I have to find this secret cellar and I think you might be able to help me, so please pull yourself together.
Of course. Of course.
That's good. Now, I have a few questions for you. Can you tell me where the secret door is and how to open it?
Oh, you are getting forgetful, Mortimer.
Yes, exactly. So help me out here. How do I open that secret door again?
What secret door?
This is gradually ceasing to be funny.
What?
That. The secret door to the cellar. How can I open it?
You always fiddle around with that thing there, that stone figure, and then the secret door opens and you disappear somewhere.
And exactly where do I go then?
How should I know? I haven't left my sarcophagus for 4,000 years.
No wonder you're a little soft in the head.
You are not Mortimer. Why are you pretending to be Mortimer?
Did you have an accident in a bandage factory?
No, I'm a mummy.
Don't mummies have their brains pulled out via their noses during the mummification process?
I don't think so.
I do. I will say this one more time. I'm not Mortimer.
Of course not, if you say so.
Mortimer has been kidnapped, and I wanted to rescue him. I guess...
That's terrible. You'll have to hide.
Me? Why?
They want to kidnap you.
That's already happened. Mortimer, it's Mortimer. Mortimer has already been kidnapped.
But that's impossible. Who is talking to me at night, then?
Mortimer is your friend, is he not? Did he, excavate you?
You could say that. I was lying in the dark for quite some time. Then the lid opened and Mortimer was there. I've been with him ever since.
Well, as things look right now, Mortimer's not going to be here to chat for some time.
We do not chat. We discuss, we deliberate, we debate, we chat. But we would never go skiing.
Huh?
Why? Do you really want to go skiing?
I don't want to go skiing.
What is skiing?
No idea. I've had enough.
Bye.
The book that MacGuffin told me about is hidden in the cellar. These books aren't of interest. Wait, there is something else. There's a six-sided flat stone hidden under the paper. It has something a bit like a knob on the top of it. There's a six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue. Let's see. Fits perfectly. I wonder if How pretty. Ooh, this must be the ominous machine which is reputed to have a ghost living in it. The vessel at its base must be for fuel. The statue has small holes in its nose, and it appears that the mouth could be opened. Hello, you in there? Ghost, give me beans for your draft. Oh, mighty ghost in the machine, give me the beans for your delicious, godly draft. Let's look at it this way. If you don't give me the beans, then I won't be able to prepare your stupid draft, and that won't be of any use to anyone. Why the wait? It works. The beans are being ground to powder. That's it. Very well. The water's turning brown. And it smells... lovely. That's the fuel for the machine sorted. And woe betide if this whole effort's in vain. Hello? You there, ghost. I have to find the secret cellar. Will you help me?
Oh no.
Thanks. A clever mechanism. So this is the legendary secret cellar. The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere. Guess even a secret cellar is in the end just a cellar, and all cellars have gardening tools such as these gardening shears. As long as I'm not expected to do the gardening now. A small circular opening in the ground. It's decorated with an ancient script, just like the picture on the wall. A staff approximately 2 meters long with a top made of bronze. Looks like something's missing there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there. A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it. A small, fat figure. She's holding a mirror above her head. Looks ancient. The window's open. The last rays of sunlight can enter the house. I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening. It is indeed a gravestone. A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it. A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Yoo-hoo!
I know you've never been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
What?
The jewel. And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger Mortimer's stone?
I'm a friend of Mortimer. He's sent me to fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really? If you are truly a good friend of Mortimer, then you will be able to give me the answer to the following question. What colour is his underwear?
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right! Red silk underwear. But I'm still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
His cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
It was a tomcat. The poor thing was always so happy playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my questions.
2? You asked me about his underwear.
But why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
Oh, come on, don't change the subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Budleberg?
Huh?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this too. It is a bit like a coded question.
And do you know the answer?
Of course. Mortimer told me.
And you haven't forgotten it?
No. So, what is the answer?
234, of course.
Oh? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
How can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
But how? What?
234. Mortimer never told you that?
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then, if you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh. Oh, that! You mean that 234?
Yes, exactly.
With that thingy?
Precisely. I see that you are a good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid! Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last. Many thanks.
You're welcome. Fits perfectly. The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor. There are strange marks on the figure's pedestal. Looks like the figure may have been turned. I've got to try and turn it back to its original position. Excellent, the path is clear. This must be the secret book. Oh, it's been written by hand and there are several pictures. There are a few words written in orange ink. That doesn't exist, does it? The artifact of divine fate. This is serious. I should get this book to the Archmage as quick as I can. As long as I don't bump into the sorcerer or his troll, I should manage to make Seastone by midday tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem. Uh-oh. Ah! Ah!
Why are you staring like that? Never seen a town guard before? No. You're a human, aren't you?
Me? Yes, you could say that. Never been anything else.
Wow.
My name is Bartholomew Anton Shieldhand, Royal Town Guard of Seastone. And who are you?
Weathervane. Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains on a secret mission.
Weathervane? Okay then.
Where am I?
This lovely seaside resort. Residence of the Archmage and home of the sea shanty singers is Seastone.
Seastone? Then I made it!
Absolutely, I'd say. And here's me thinking that the orcs were firing grunts at our walls again.
I have to see the Archmage. It's urgent.
Then I wish you the best of luck. The guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures. He won't let you through to the Archmage that easily.
What do you mean by upper town?
Well, the town's divided into the upper town and the lower town. The Archmage's tower is, of course, in the upper town.
And what's in the lower town?
Taverns, shops, the common people's dwellings. Well, at least they used to live there. Not anymore.
Where are the town's inhabitants?
Gone. Lots of them died when the town was besieged, and most of the survivors then went off with Gustav the Handsome to take revenge. That was rather less than successful.
And how many people are still living here?
Not so many anymore. If the Archmage hadn't had his tower here, the town would have probably been abandoned.
Sounds pretty sad.
But things will get better. Wait until we win the war, and everyone comes back. Well, those that are still alive.
But if almost no one lives here, who are you guarding?
Oh, I'm not guarding the inhabitants, I'm guarding the town. I'm guarding it like my father did before me and his father before him. But not his father, he was a blacksmith. But his brother-in-law was a town guard, and his father was a baker.
Interesting. Is the Archmage even in his tower at the moment?
I'm not allowed to give out any information on that subject. Those are the regulations.
Can you tell me anything about the Archmage? Do you know him personally?
Of course I know him. The Seastone Town Guard is also responsible for protecting the Archmage.
Why does he need protection if he's as powerful as everyone says?
Well, he's not exactly the greatest of warriors.
No?
No. He's more strange. He thinks about stuff, you know.
Strange. Why does he do that?
Who knows, who knows.
I have to go. I'll get in to see the Archmage one way or another.
Well, I never. I have to get back to my post too. My break's over. So, Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains. Best of luck on your adventure. No doubt we'll bump into each other again.
Thanks, Mr. Shieldhand. See you later. Oh, a fluffy, wuffy little bunny rabbit. All white and soft and gentle and sweet. And I just want to cuddle it and... Oh, I'm an adventurer now. I must act like one. It's a rabbit, a white one. A small tree. It survived the bloody battles and the decline of the town without a scratch, a sign of hope. I don't really know what kind of tree it is, but it looks very slender and flexible. Here, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Not a chance. It won't let itself be caught that easily. And besides, I wouldn't know what to do with the rabbit anyway. I mean, except just love it to bits. There's a small stone beside the large one. It's half buried in the ground. Ugh! I've discovered the secret world of beetles, bugs, and fleas and spiders. I don't think anyone in my family has ever set foot in a human town before, not even Grandad. A pretty shabby stall. Doesn't look like anything's been sold here recently. There are 2 signs on the door. One says Master Marcus's Magic Mage School. The other says back soon. Both signs are covered in cobwebs. They must have been hanging there for days or even weeks. Some boxes and cartons, they're all empty. A very dirty drain. The sewer should be down there somewhere. The cart is pretty overgrown. It obviously hasn't been moved in months. You hear a lot of bad things about rundown taverns. On the other hand, they're often the starting point of many a fantastic adventure, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't had enough of those yet.
Have you got Form 12B for me?
Oh, the blue one.
No, it's just a green one. Hurry up. The post office is about to close for lunch.
You're going to the post office? Oh, I'll come with you. I need a delivery note and I want to send off a registered letter.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
You can see what we're doing.
We're playing.
Oh, damn, I've forgotten my ID card.
You can have a copy of your passport certified by a solicitor. Hang on, I'll mark the solicitor for you on the map.
What are you playing?
The only true kind of game. A role-playing game.
And what is this role-playing game all about?
It's set in a fantasy world.
Totally without dragons, orcs, and magic.
But instead... Oh! Here, come over here. I found the tax inspector.
Wait for me, I'll be there in a sec.
Once I've got this stamp, I can finally conclude the fiscal year.
You know what that means?
Tax office!
And you really enjoy playing the game?
Of course!
Certainly. You can escape the tedium of reality with all its magic and monsters. And you meet new people. It's not only us who play this game.
It's played all over the world.
There are 6 people currently online. Well, 4 if you don't include us.
But one's just gone off to the toilet.
And when is the game over? When have you won?
Won. There is no winner. Just like in real life.
The game has no end. You just keep on playing and... Oh! A traffic warden's wanting to write me a ticket.
Leave her. That's a hard quest series. You can try to lodge a written appeal and then you have to...
So the game never ends? Great. Might I ask you who you both are?
Of course. I'm Jack Smith, level 42 consultant at a medium-sized cooperative bank. But I want to retrain as a tax consultant with specialization in tax-effective investments. They have really fabulous skill trees.
And I'm Mary Ellen Skittles, level 40, local government officer. My bicycle's got a 3-speed gear.
I've not the slightest idea what those 2 are talking about. Maybe it's a role-player thing. I meant, who are you 2 in real life?
Oh, right. I used to be a successful merchant. I had a shop here in town and lots of market stalls. Now all I own is that knackered old stall outside the door there. no customers, no business.
And maybe I could buy something from you.
Yeah, great. Why, whatever.
And who are you?
I'm Master Marcus, the local mage teacher.
You're the mage teacher. Could you maybe...
Shh, the game's started.
And this device, what does it do?
What indeed? We type in our input and the machine shows us what everyone else is doing.
It saves our equipment and controls the characters that aren't being controlled by other players.
And how does it work?
No idea. That thing is linked to a server somehow, and that takes care of running it.
Then best of luck in... wherever.
Thanks for nothing.
You know, that's about the silliest game I've ever heard of. Why would anyone flee from their own world into a fantasy world in order to complete meaningless tasks? Mum bottles apple sauce in jars like that back home. Ours are smaller though. A wooden box full of tools, including, amongst other things, a saw. Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety regulations and it's a tad rusty. Still, I think it's usable. Okay then, I'll collect some of those bugs in the jar.
Halt! Access only for authorised persons.
Shield Hand, are you the guard of the upper gate?
Dead right. And you don't have access to the upper town.
As I already mentioned to you at the outer gate, I must speak to the Archmage. It's urgent.
And as I've already mentioned to you, the guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures.
But why didn't you say you were the guard?
Well, I wasn't on duty, and you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. Anyway, it's much funnier this way.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. There has to be a way to get to see the Archmage. What would I have to do?
Only people with personal invitations from the Archmage himself are allowed in. Do you have an invitation?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, there you go. Without an invitation, there's no way you'll ever be admitted to see the Archmage. But you could be admitted, of course. If you were a mage yourself.
Mages are allowed to speak with the Archmage.
Naturally. He's the head of the order after all. You know any mages by any chance?
Well, I'd like to be one myself.
And I'd like to be a dewdrop on a wood elf's butt cheek.
Really? Why?
Well, Look, only mages or people with invitations can get into the tower.
So I'd be able to see the Archmage if I was accompanied by a mage?
No, the mage would be allowed up, not you. But you could say, give a message to the mage.
But I must speak to the Archmage himself, and I have to give him something.
Well then, you must be a mage yourself.
How do you know whether someone is a mage or not? Their magical aura? Or by the charisma and wisdom they radiate?
By their mage diploma.
Huh?
Every trained mage has a mage diploma. They can show it to me here, and then I let them into the upper town.
So that means if I show you a mage diploma, I can see the Archmage?
Well, show me an honestly acquired mage's diploma made out in your name, and I'll take you to the Archmage myself.
If there's no other way, then I'll just end up being the first magician in the Weathervane family.
Good luck. You'll find the mage teacher in the tavern. Just see what he thinks of the idea.
I'm going to get my mage diploma. Just you wait and see.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh man, there's no way I can do a full course of mage training just to get into the Archmage's tower. Maybe the mage teacher will lend me a diploma, and once I've given up the ring, well, maybe I could really take a stab at it. Hello, Mr. Shieldhand.
Hello, Wilbur. What do you want?
I'm off to get... a door bearing a sign that says server's room, no entry. It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal. It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal. These two use the same machine to play their strange role-playing game. My family would just love this. Excuse me. Master Marcus, I need,
Shh, I'm playing.
Yes, but I urgently need,
Later!
But without a mage diploma, I can't...
Listen, I really haven't got time right now. My character's tax return is due. I've been playing towards it for days.
Not a prayer. I'm not going to get a blessed thing from Master Marcus as long as that game is running. No choice. What the? A hairy demon. He's operating a machine. The demon seems to be busy. He probably has to toil day and night just to keep the game going. The server is so busy working that he won't notice a thing. The chair is still standing, but it should tip over pretty easily. Hey, what did you just hide there?
Nothing.
I saw you eating something, and then you hid it when you saw me. What was it?
You what? I wasn't eating anything.
Oh, yes, you were. It was a long, yellow thing.
And if I was? That's a whole crateful that's been delivered. And I'm taking the rest to the monkey just as soon as I have my next break period.
That's food for the hairy demon in the tavern.
What do you mean, a demon? That's a monkey.
A what?
A monkey. Monkeys love bananas. And me too.
Would you let me try a banana?
No, I've already eaten two, and the monkey still needs to have some, sorry. If you would excuse me, I have to, guard the town.
You want to eat more of them, right?
Perhaps.
Hello, Mr. Shieldhand.
Hello, Wilbur. What do you want?
About the food for that hairy demon.
Yes?
Where did you get the demon food?
The roleplay company sends a crate every week by air freight. I receive them and take them to the tavern.
And it doesn't bother anyone that you take a couple of those things from every delivery?
Well, perhaps it's not officially.
And if I were to tell the Archmage, wouldn't he punish you?
Perhaps. But how are you going to meet the Archmage? You got a mage diploma?
Those two players get really upset about technical difficulties in their role-playing game.
Yes. And?
Could the difficulties be related to the fact that someone is depriving the hairy demon of his food?
Well, no. I can't imagine that.
What if we ask the merchant and the mage teacher what they think about it? After all, they pay a lot of money to ensure that the game works.
Well,
And if it really is due to the lack of fruit, maybe they would like their money back.
All right. Here's a banana. You have to peel the skin off it before you can eat it. Now get out of here.
Oh, thanks ever so much.